and welcome to another episode of Rockstar Take On. And the topic of this episode is respect. Now, I rebooted this series a couple of weeks ago, and it has a new format. So it's 10 minutes and it's unprepared. Um, but of course, I already kind of like start, thinking about it in advance. You can't not do that, I guess. And I had a lot of thoughts about respect. and I was like, oh, this is going to be really boring because I have, it all figured out. But I forgot everything. It's like I had so much to say that it just kind of like, it just like got stuck. It like, I don't know, I can't reach it. So we're just going to really improvise with this topic and just see what, you know, from the whole mess of thoughts that I had on this, whatever comes up during this 10 minutes. So, the first thing is that respect is almost, um, it's just so intertwined with its twin disrespect that it's almost impossible to think about respect without thinking about disrespect. And I think that's really interesting that there's something where we like usually when something is the opposite of the other, it's usually further apart. But with this, I think really feel it's like this symbiotic twin that you can't really name respect without naming disrespect. So that kind of like already illustrates that it's a difficult topic because the moment you're talking about respect, so talking about not the moment you're showing respect, but the moment you're talking about the concept of respect, you're almost immediately and automatically also dragging disrespect into the conversation. So I thought that was really interesting. Like, for example, if you're talking about death, you're not you're not automatically also talking about life or about new life or about birth. It's like uh, those topics are definitely further apart, but with respect, I could just feel okay. We're also talking about disrespect here. Okay, so I think one of the key things to remember is that well, I already touched on it a little bit. Like showing respect is definitely more neutral, is more uh, um, respectful than using the word respect. So if you are in situations where you feel disrespected, it's probably because, but the people are saying that you are respected, it's probably because they're using the word respect. But their respect is something that you show. It's not something that you name. And that kind of like narrows your point of focus is, or it makes it very actionable. So then it makes it actionable as in how can you show everybody you meet respect. And uh yeah, I think that's a nice, it's a nice guideline. Like how can you show respect to everybody that you meet, even if you question, let's just say, their execution, their you question the way they live life, you question the integrity of the words they say, you question the values that they are kind of like showing through, or lack of values that is showing through the way they approach life or the way they live life. So how can you still show respect? And with showing respect, that also means finding the part in you that can still respect a part of them, their humanness, their we're all trying here. And I have something in my eye, so yeah, I think it's gone. Um, uh, so I think that makes respect. It moves it from being a concept of, oh, I feel disrespected, or oh, I don't respect that person. Just forget all that, forget all the theory, and just make it really actionable and make it really your work. Like, how can I respect the people around me, or how can I respect the work I have to do? So there's also this, this valuing system that's going on, where we think that some work that we do, or some responsibilities that we have in life, we value them higher, we have more respect for them, whereas others, we value them lower because they're like day-to-day things, or because we, I don't know, don't get paid for them. That should never be, but sometimes you can't help yourself, that you think that you respect the things that you get paid for more than the things that you don't get paid for. But that's a conversation for a whole different day. Maybe capitalism would be one of the topics. But and but it's just like with people. Some people you automatically respect, and with others you're like, hey, okay, I have to like look within myself and kind of like find that place of respect. I have to I have to work a little bit harder for that. And I think it's the same with everything that we do throughout the entire day. Some things we do, we automatically respect, or maybe even put on a pedestal a little bit. And with other things, we just have to work harder, or have someone else pointing out to us that, hey, that is also um, um, that work and that time that you're spending on that responsibility, that also deserves your own respect, and it is worthy, and it's inherently worthy, because we're all human and we're doing the things that we have to do in order to live through life. So it's all equal. We're doing these things. uh um it's not that one thing deserves more respect than the other. And I will give like an example, like maybe when you're streaming Netflix, you think, well, that can't be a respectful thing to do, or why would I respect that, or I'm just wasting my time. Well, I think that if you would see it as, okay, I'm now going to spend 1, 2, or 3 hours on binge watching, and you see, okay, how can I treat this as something that is respectful, or how can I treat it in a respectful way? Well, you set up your computer so that you can sit comfortable on the couch. Maybe uh, um, like take away your phone so that you are really into whatever it is that you're watching, and you take the phone somewhere else, or you just lock it or something. um and you like taking a little snack or drinks, or invite your partner to come join you, make it a special moment with the two of you. So I really think that even watching Netflix or not streaming service, whatever, um yeah, you can make the value of that the same, and give it the same respect as all the other things that you're doing throughout your day. So that was my take, the rockstar take on respect. And next time, because I was doing so much like really heavy topics, and I already had like another heavy topic that was even before I started about capitalism. A lot of heavy topic lining up. I'm like, oh yeah, let's do that. So I'm like, we need something light. So the next one will be about sexuality, and I think I already did one on sexuality. But I'm like, maybe because I do such hefty topics that are so serious, maybe we need to have like a rockstar take on sexuality like every 2 months, or yeah. Like well, 2 months, every quarter, every season we have one on sexuality. So I think it may end up being it, because I think I'm almost 100% sure that I already did one. Uh, yeah, but we need a little bit of fun. Like, it's good to think about respect, but it's also good to think about, okay, a little bit more light-hearted rockstar. So next video will be for all of us light-hearted rock stars, a rockstar take on sexuality. Okay, see you there. Bye.